ओके, सो इधर हम क्या करने वाले हैं, हमारी वेरी फर्स्ट स्टेप कर्ल एम एज पर द सीपी रूल। उसके बाद हम लोग के पास दो होर्स है, तो हम लोग कर्ल टी भी नीचे लेंगे। ओके, अभी कर्ल टी नीचे आ चुका है, तो हम लोग डीएस के रूल से एल भी नीचे ले सकते हैं बाय द रूल ऑफ सॉरी सेकेंड कॉमा फोर्थ स्टेप डीएस। ओके, अभी हमारा एल नीचे आ गया, तो एम वेज एन भी नीचे ले सकते हैं। ये रूल है, ये कौन सा रूल जाएगा फिर, वेरी इजी, फर्स्ट एंड फिफ्थ स्टेप एमपी। ओके, फर्स्ट एंड फिफ्थ स्टेप एमपी। हम लोग को क्या चाहिए, कर्ल टी हॉर्सशू एन। अभी हम लोग का कर्ल एम तो ऑलरेडी आ चुका है ऊपर, तो हम लोग की नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या हो जाएगी, ऑब्वियसली हमारा एन नीचे आएगा एंड इट विल गो बाय 6 एंड थर्ड स्टेप ds, again ds, disjunctive syllogism, and here you are done with your answer. So now if I start drawing my arrow, I will start it from here obviously, and I will not end this arrow. I'll leave it over here like this only. My second arrow starts from here. I will end it over here. Okay, so now I'll conclude this as, therefore I got this copied. I got this and this could be this could be 4 to 7 CP. Okay, 4 to 7 CP. Now I will continue my this arrow and this will go like this, and then below here I'll get the next one, that is my entire solution. Okay, so here I got my entire solution, and my answer for the entire solution will be 3 to 8 CP. Yes, so this was a very easy sum. This is go by CP. Now my next step will be, see, now you can just simply simplify over here. I'll do third step, simplification. Okay, now as I have got my A down, I'll get my B down. First comma fourth step MP. Okay, now my next step will be, I will again commute the third step, that is I will go by C dot A, and this I got by my third step commutation. Okay, now I'll simplify. This is by 6 steps, simplify. Now I got my C down, now I get my D down. This I will get by a very easy step, that is MP from second comma sixth step MP. Okay. Yes. Now am I done with my answer? Yes. Now you got both the things. Okay. Now how you will do is, once you got this commutation till here, first I will put my bracket here. I didn't actually commute them. Here I will add a step A dot C by fourth comma sixth step conjunction. Okay. So I started from here. I got my first bracket over here. One minute, just let me check. Okay, wait. Don't need to do this. This we can skip. So now, yes, I got my answer. Done. My next step, what I will do is, I will do commutation. So now I got my answer as this. Okay, sorted. Now this goes by the step 3 to 9 CP, and this 5th to 5th comma 9 conjunction. I'll start from here. I'll end it over here. Done. Okay, so our next sum is this. This is also easy sum. So let's start again. As per the rule, I will take curl A down. Now I have curl A down, so my next step will be, I will take B horseshoe C down. Why will I take B horseshoe C down? Because this goes by my first 1 comma 5th DS rule. Okay, P wedge Q curl P, therefore Q. Now, as I have B, C horseshoe D and B horseshoe C, I will सीधा apply B horseshoe D and this will go by my second comma 6 step HS rule. Okay, HS rule. Then now next step I have curl D above. So I will take simply curl B below. Okay, and this will go by my seventh comma third step MT. Now my next step will be simply now my next step will be E, and my formula for this will be 4 comma 8 step DS rule. Now I got my E also. Now I got my final conclusion over here. Okay, easy. I got my conclusion in the 10th step, and this was from 5th to 9th CP. Now I will draw the arrows. My arrow starts from here, from 5, and it ends over here. Again, you have to take curl R as your first thing. Below that, you will take P. Now next, see, if you have P below, I can easily follow the rule of MT. So it will go clearly as 8 seconds. Okay, Q also R. Sorted with this. Now already I have curl R over here. I didn't mention it. How did we get this? I got this by the first step and the fourth step MP. Now my next rule, I will easily apply curl Q, yes, by my fifth and the third rule of MT. P horseshoe Q, curl Q, therefore curl P. Now next, I have already got Q. Now I will take curl S. I will add somewhere S, because you want your W down, right, at the end. So this will how it will be. Sorry, this was empty, right? I'll change this to curl Q dot, wedge. I did addition, right? Curl Q wedge curl S. My 6 step मैंने addition किया. Now in the next step, this rule, this, can you remember where it goes? This will go by your De Morgan's law. So this will change to S, and this will come in brackets. Okay. And I apply to the 7th step De Morgan's law. Now, as I got this over here, so now you can apply the rule of DS. Okay, as you have P wedge Q, curl P, therefore Q. So I got my W down over here, and my rule will be 2nd, 8th step DS. Easy, very easy. Now I am done with this. Now I'll simply close my bracket I will close my bracket for P, W, P, horseshoe Q, horseshoe W. I got this over here. Okay, easy. So my next solution will be, this is what I got. Okay, and how did I get this as? I get this as fifth to sixth, fifth to ninth sum CP. Okay, now I've got this. Now I can simply join this also. Let me erase. Why is this line outside? I don't understand. Now I'll write my last step also, then I will show you drawing the line. Next, my 11th is finally I got this conclusion. Okay, by using my rules, I got this conclusion, and my conclusion came from third to 10th step CP. So how will you draw your brackets? You will start it from here. You will end it over here, and then again you will start it from here and you will end it over here. Okay, that's all with this sum also. This was also very easy. 4 to 9. Okay, I just made an error over here. This is 1 minute, let me check. This is 4 to 9 CP. Okay, yeah, we started at 4. 6, 8, 7, 4. Correct. Easy. Okay, so our next step is 17th question. Now here our conclusion is curl A horseshoe E. So our very first step is we'll take our curl A down. Curl A as per the rule of CP. Now, when you have curl A over here, what will be your next step? I will do the addition. No, wait. What will be your next step? बरोबर आहे मी ऍडिशनच करणार म्हणजे कोणती So very first rule as per conjunction is my next step will be curl. So this is a 17 sum. Now my very first step, curl A. In next step, this is according to the CP, obviously curl A. Next step will be, I will just go for addition rule. That is my third step, addition. Now in my next step, you remember De Morgan's law. So I will apply over here the De Morgan's law. What does a De Morgan say? Curl A wedge curl B will give you curl A dot B in the bracket. So this was my fourth step for De Morgan's law. Now in my next step, I've already got curl A dot B, right? So here I will apply the rule of DS. P wedge Q, curl P, therefore Q. So I got me a C down over here. This was my fifth step, DS rule. What do you want? You want E down, right? For getting the conclusion. So my very next step will be 1 minute. Let me just shift this over here. so that I get space to draw. Okay. So my very next step is obviously I'll do the addition ka rule. My 6th step addition. Now in my next step, I simply got this down. Now I will apply here the rule of MP. P horseshoe Q, P, therefore Q. So you got the answer over here. 7th step, MP. Now I finally got my conclusion. A horseshoe curly. Okay, easy. So I got my conclusion. Now I will start it from here and I will end it over here. And my steps are from 3 to 8 C P. Very easy. Yes. So on our next sum, this is 19 sum. First only I'll shift it so that let's please. Our very first step, I'll take the D down as per the rule of CP. Now I got over here D down, so my next step will be I'll get this E down by the rule of first, second, MP. Easy. Now this is a very easiest sum. Now I already got E down, so I'll simply join them by conjunction D dot E. My answer will be second and third step conjunction. Now I got my conclusion down. So my next step में मेरे को आंसर आ गया इधर ही. मुझे आंसर आ गया इधर ही. Okay, I'll draw my arrow. I did start from here and I'll end it over here. Don't forget to write the conclusion. I got it from second to fourth step CP. Now next sum over here again. Okay, so at 20th sum now we want the conclusion F horseshoe G horseshoe J. This is a easy sum. Now simply we'll get this F down. If we get this F down by CP, now the next step will be you will see P horseshoe Q, P, therefore Q wala rule, MP wala rule will go over here. So I got this down. Or else, what you will do is, you can do this also. Now if I got this F down, I'll get this G down also. We have two horseshoes, right? So both the horseshoes I got down. Now my next step. Now if I got this F down, I'll get this G horseshoe H down by MP rule. Now in my next, I'll mention it over here by first comma third MP rule. Now next step, now I'll get this down. This. This is again by MP, but this will go by 2 and 4 MP. From 4 MP. Easy. Now you can apply the rule of DS over here. HS, sorry. Yes. P horseshoe Q, R horseshoe S, therefore P horseshoe S. P horseshoe Q, Q horseshoe R is equal to P horseshoe R. So I'll get the answer as J G. Okay. By the rule of hypothetical syllogism, to my 5th, 6th step HS. Hypothetical syllogism. Now I've already got this G over here. Now I get this J down. By the rule of MP, 7, 4 MP. Easy, this goes easy. Yes, now I got this second bracket. Therefore, Okay, so here I end up with my second bracket. I got it over here. Actually, I got this directly over here, right? And why did I? Okay, then again. So my next step, I'll again create this G or so J. How did I get it? Actually, my second bracket's end over here, right? Sorry. I had something mistake. Okay, so now I got this over here. Let me check. कुछ तो होगा मैं. Okay, you have to again mention it. Okay, so our next step, as per the rule, I'll go F, CP rule, then I'll go by G, again CP rule because you have no horseshoes. Now, simple. If I have F over here, P horseshoe Q, so I'll get this down by the rule of MP. Now I can get this also down again by the rule of MP. I'll just mention it over here by the rule of first and third MP. Sorry. Again over here the same. By the rule of second, fourth MP. Now what I do is I'll apply the rule of HS over here, and by applying the rule of HS, what I'll simply get this answer. G horseshoe J by the rule of fifth, sixth step HS. Okay. Now my next step. Now I've already got this G above. Now I'll get this J down by the rule of seventh, fourth step MP. Now we have already got this over here. But this is not the way you have to find a conclusion. You have to find a conclusion by CP method. Therefore, I added again this J down over here by MP rule. So now I got this one conclusion. Okay. So next, therefore, my again next step will be I got this conclusion over here. Okay. How I got this conclusion from here, from fourth step to eighth step, from 4 to 8 step CP. I got this inside bracket conclusion. Now I have to get it from F. So therefore next step will be F. Just copy it down. Okay. Correct. Now this I got from third to ninth step CP. 9 step CP. Now I draw this arrow wala thing. One starts from here, it ends it over here. The second arrow starts from here and it ends over here. Okay. So my very first step is I'll take the P down. Okay. Now here let's solve first this side. So easily now what you will do is now simply you have P wedge Q. So you will do the addition step. P wedge Q. How do you got this? By third, second step addition. Okay. Now next step is I'll get this down by rule of MPP or Q. Take therefore Q R wedge S. Okay, this I got by first comma second step MP. Now what do you want in your answer? You want U over here, right? So now what you will do is next time, now we can't do anything further over here. So I'll simply put my R down, R dot U down, because you have two variables before horseshoe and two times you have horseshoe. So before the horseshoe, both the variables you are supposed to get it down. So this is again CP, so you know not to run. You are not supposed to write anything over there. Now, what will I do is, now I got my this also down. I have this also. Now I want T down, this T over here, right? So how will I get this T down is I will simplify R down. Okay. For the fifth step, I did simplification. Now I got my R down. Now what I will do is I will add the rule. I'll use the addition ka rule. Easy. 6 step addition. So I got in the fourth step. See, you got P horseshoe Q P. I got my P down, so therefore Q. Now I got my T down. Now if I got the final answer over here, 7th step. Sorry, this is your 4th comma 7th step MP. Now I got my answer over here. I started with this. Okay, I'll leave it open only. First, we completed this bracket, right? From here. So from here to here. What is wrong with this? I did it over here. Okay. So my next step will be, wait, I didn't add it over here. I want this down. This was by 5th to 8th step CP. Enter. Now I got my entire bracket. Copy. I got this by 2nd to 9th step CP. Now I will complete this. Okay, done. Easy this was. Yes, this was also easy. So your 23rd term goes like A wedge C. First step by the rule of CP. Next, I'll draw this view down. Okay, so our next step is I want the C down over here. Now, how will you get it? Is a complicated sum. Now my next step I will do is I'll get this down by the rule of simplification. You can apply simplification if you have dot conjunction in first step. Simplify. Okay, now if I see simplify over here, I have curl B, P horseshoe Q, curl Q, therefore curl P is the next step by the step 4 comma second empty rule. Now I can take my C down by the rule of third comma fifth step ds. Correct? Now the next step will be ds ka rule. Correct? Now what you do is you simply commute the first step. Commutation in the sense, wait. I'll put this ulta. Commutation ka rule, you can put the variables up ulta. So this is my first step. I did commutation. Now I've already have, I'll do simplification over here. Okay, wait. Simplification for the seventh step. By simplification, I got this down. Now I already have C above. So I get D down by the rule of MP. 8 step, comma 6 step MP. I got this D down. I got my final answer. Yes. So my solution will be from here till here. Okay, sorry, from here till here. Starts from here and ends it over here. So my conclusion step goes like, I got this answer. Paste. By the rule 329CP. You will simply put your K down as per the rule of CP. Now if you have K down, I can simply get this down by the rule of addition. Correct? This is my first step. No, sorry, third step, addition. Now if I've got this down, I can get this down by the rule of MP. First comma, fourth step, MP. Now my next thing is, I have got this down. Now I can commute this. By commuting, I'll get, why am I commuting? You will understand after that. Fifth step, commutation. Now in the next step, if I commute this, now I will get my I down by the rule of simplification. 6 steps, simplification. Now what you want is, you want O over here, right? You want O down. Okay, I'm sorry, just let me make the changes in the question. I didn't know this. Yes, so this is our sum. So now I found it easy. I'm sorry, I have to take it again. Okay, so now 24th sum, K, again as per the rule. Now if you have K down, you will simply go for addition rule. my third step, addition. Now in the next step, you got this down. You can get this down by the rule of MP. These are very, very easy sums. So this was my first comma. Okay, sorry. First comma, fourth step, MP. Now I'll simply commute this rule. After I commute, I'll get this as. Now my next step will be I. What do you want? You want O over here down. Okay, so I'll get this I down by 6 step of simplification. Now I can simply add. Okay, now here you solved. Your sum got solved. This I did by 7 step addition. Okay, now what will be the next step? I got this down, so therefore P horseshoe Q, P therefore Q. So this was my first and 8th step, first comma 8th step, MP. Now I draw the bracket. My bracket begins from here and it ended it over here. Sorry, this ended over here, right? How can I use this? It started from here and it went till they are. Oh. ठीक है, समझ के लो, आपको पता है ना? नहीं तो I'll erase it again. What is wrong with this pen? I think this is better. I'll draw it. अरे यार, नसीब ही नहीं हो रहा है. Okay. So therefore you got this answer. You got this by 3rd to 9th step CP. Now your next sum. You get curl S down. What you want is you want curl Q over here. Now if you see, you can apply the rule of MP over here. Curl P which Q bracket. Okay. Now you have double P this. I want only Q down. So for Q to be down. Now when you have this case, how your answer will be curl P dot curl Q. Now this, if you remember this rule, this is the rule of, which rule is this? Can you guess? Oh wait, I'll tell you. No, I just forgot the name. I'll check. Rules, yes. De Morgan's law. Now, by the De Morgan's law, what you can do is over here. Now you applied the De Morgan's law. Now, if you apply the rule of double negation, then what will you get? P dot curl Q. Curl P, sorry, you will get the answer as P dot curl Q. This I'll get by fourth step of double negation. Okay, now I'll do is I'll simplify, I will commute over here. So once I commute, I will get it as Q dot P, fifth step commutation. Now I'll simplify. सिंप्लीफाई का रूल आप तभी अप्लाई कर सकते हो जब आपके पास कंजंक्शन हो. 6 स्टेप सिंप्लीफाई. Done. I got the answer. First, I will write the final conclusion. Then I got this by second to 7 step CP. I started it from here. I will end it over here. That's it with the sum, but it was very easy. Now again, I'll put curl L down. Now after I put my curl L down, I can get my curl F down. First step was for CP rule, so I'll not write anything. Second step was for D, 4 DS rule. Now if I've got this down, I can do this down by empty rule. P horseshoe Q, P therefore Q. So my answer will be next step in G. I did not get this horseshoe sign in my laptop, so I have to just copy paste over here. Okay. Now this goes by first and fifth step, first comma fifth step MP. Now you cannot do anything further to get your M. So what you will do is get your G down. This by your CP rule. You have 2 horseshoes, right? So your second one starts from here. Now you go. Now this sum got easy because you can add curl H by 6, 7 step MP. I haven't added anything in front of 7 because it is by condition proof rule. What do you want in your conclusion? You want curl M. Now you can see simplify. P H Q, curl P, therefore Q. So you can apply the rule of disjunctive syllogism over here, and you got your curl M also down. And this was your step number 3, 8 DS. And here you solved your sum. Right? You solved it from here only. So now joint this. So your 10th step will be copyright. I got this over here. I got this by the step number 7 to 9 CP. Okay. Now my next step from 7 to 9 CP, and now I will join this also. I got this also. Now I will finally draw my arrows. My one arrow begins from here and it ends over here only. My second arrow starts from here and it goes failure. Okay, done. Now next sum. So by rule you will put P dot D by CP rule. Now if you have nothing down as of here, you can simplify over here. Okay. This is my fourth step, right? I don't know why I didn't include it over here. 8 minutes. I want bullets, right? Okay, so now here I will do is my fourth step, simplify. I didn't name this because this was my CP rule, fourth step. Okay, now after simplifying, I'll get the C down by first comma fifth empty. Easy. Now what I'll do is, what I want is G down, right? B dot D to मुझे मिल गया. I want my G down. B dot D to मेरे पास है. Now I want this C down. So for G, what I will do is, I want from somewhere this E over here. Add down. Right? So how will I get it? You will simply just commute over here. B dot B. This will go by my fourth step, commutation. Why I did the combination, you will again understand further. Now I've got this D down by 7-step simplification. Okay. Now I got this D down over here, so I can apply the rule of MP and I got my E down. E to chahiye tha. By the rule of second, comma 8th step, MP. So your next thing will be, I will joint this by conjunction rule. Yes. C dot E by the rule of conjunction. By the rule of 6, comma E. 6, comma 9 conjunction. I got this down. I can easily get my G down by the rule of MP. This was by 3rd, comma 10th step MP. Now I got my final conclusion over here. Otherwise, this can go this way also, technically. Let me check how it goes. So this goes by your 4 to 11 step CP. I started from here and did it over here. So here you have coil S and you want your Q down, right? So what I can do is, I'll get this R down from somewhere. Okay. And what will my answer? Okay, let me number this first. Oh, this is bullets. Okay, so this is my second comma third step DS. Okay, so now I will apply the rule of double negation. Curl R. Okay. In double negation, you can remove double curl or you can add double curl. So my fourth step, I put double negation. Now, if I put double negation over here, how it will go like curl R. Therefore, curl P horseshoe Q you can get down. Curl P. Now, if I have this down, I can simply get this also down again by the rule of curl. Now, by the rule of double negation, I will remove this. But will it help if I remove it? It's still not helping. P which R. If I commute it. I have to do something different over here. Empty rule. Double negation rule, I remove it. Material implication. What does the rule of material implication say? Is equal to curl P wedge Q. Okay. So then, okay, got the answer. So next, till here, now what you will do is in your next step, simply remove your curls by the double negation rule. Okay. Okay. I'll add it over here. By first comma fifth step empty, sorry. This is goes by sixth step DN. So my next step will be, I will use material implication ka rule, in which you can use curl P wedge Q. This case is rare, like बहुत rare case में आपको material implication use करने को बोलेंगे. Material implication says P horseshoe Q is equal to curl P wedge Q. Now you got the answer. Your sum is solved. Let me just get this somewhere. So I began from here and I ended it over here, right? My conclusion state, therefore I got this answer. By 3 to 8 step CP. 3286 CP. Now our this next sum, call W down. This does not have bullets over it. Okay, so the next step, now you have this down. Now what you can do is, see, you cannot simplify here because you have wedge. So you have to manage something to get your S down, right? So if you add your S, call with S by the rule of third addition. Now if you do S, then you can get this down by, okay, here you go easy. अब easy थोड़ा सा easy हो गया by fourth और third step DS. अब मुझे इधर मेरा S नीचे आ गया, right? Now I can simply commute it. But will it help? Yes, you have solved the sum. I got this, right? Yes. Okay, done. So next step is, therefore I got the conclusion over here. How did I get it from the third to fifth step CP? So these are 36th sum. 36th sum starts with the next step. What happened is this again, there's bullets issue, I think. My very first step is I write D over here. Now if I have D down, I can simply take A over here by first comma fourth step MP. Barabar? Easy. Now I can simply add over here A wedge B by the rule of fifth addition. Now I can get this C down over here. By the rule of MP, that is first comma sixth step. Now I can add again C wedge B to my 7th step I did addition. Now my next step can go like, I can commute it B wedge C to my 8th step I added commutation. Now I got this also down. Now I can simply get my A horseshoe E down by the rule of MP again, copy. This goes by second common 9th step MP. Now I've already got this A over here, so I can get my E down by the step 10 comma 5th MP. Solved? Yes. I began from here. Anyway. I began from here. I ended it over here, right? Yes. So my next step, my final conclusion is what? This was from 4 to 11 subsequent. Now 37th sum. This have bullets issues again. I got my S down. Now I can get my T down. By the rule of second, fifth empty rule you can apply majority times at various places. Now if I've got my T down, I can get Q down also, but you can simply, what you want is curl R, right? This one. So if you get your, there is actually no need to get the T down also. Okay, wait, let's keep this step. My sixth step will be S horseshoe Q. This is by one minute. This will go by second, third step HS rule. Okay, इधर तक समझा. Now I can get my Q down over here. If I get my Q down, will it help me? Okay. So now after applying the rule of HS over here, next step will you get this Q down by the rule of MP by 6, fifth step MP. Now conjunct it P dot Q by the rule of 4, 7 conjunction. Now I applied De Morgan's law here. Okay. So wait. I apply the rule of double negation over here. Call P dot Q to the 8th step. I applied De Morgan's law. Now if I apply De Morgan's law over here, My next answer will be curl P, bitch, curl Q. Ninth step, De Morgan's law. Okay, this is not De Morgan's law. The double negation wala rule. Now my next step will be curl R by the rule of first comma 10 M. First comma 10 MT. Now I got my solution over here. I started from here. I ended it over here. Alright, this is not getting close. Therefore, I got my conclusion over here. Done. Now the last sum over here. This is simple. Again, you don't have A. Now if I get this A down, I can simply get my reach. This to be, first comma, fourth step MP. Okay. Now, again I can use the rule of MP because I have my B above. So this will go by the rule like dash fifth comma second MP. Okay, now next step I got my conclusion as I got my first conclusion over here. Fourth to sixth step CP. Now my eighth step is my second variable before the bracket T horseshoe K. Okay. So what you will do is, if I get this T down, do I have anything that I can work over? I can add simply, yes. My ninth step can be T wedge call E. Now for the ninth step I did 8 step addition. Now my next step over here is what I will simply commute it. Curl E wedge T. This is my 9th step commutation. Now my next step will be I will apply the rule of material implication. rare case one, and I'll get this answer as this. To the 10th step, I applied material implication wala rule. M.IMP wala rule. Put it near me. For the 10th step, I applied material implication. Now I got this answer. A, P horseshoe Q, P. Therefore, my 12th step will be Q. That is my K. Now I got this also. Therefore, this was my 3rd to 11th step MP. Correct? 3rd to 11th step. Yes. So my next step is my conclusion. So 13th step is, therefore I got my second conclusion over here. Copy, paste. Okay. How did I get my second conclusion from 8 to 12 CP? 8 to 12 CP, and my last step, this does not end over here. So therefore my last step is my final conclusion, and I will do it by conjunction. How did I get this? By the step of 7 and 14 conjunction. 7, 14 conjunction. Okay. Done. So my sum started over here. I ended it over here. Then my sum started over here and it ended over here. Then I got this, and this is my final. Okay, now I missed somewhere the final conclusion step. Let me check where it is. Do you remember where did I miss my conclusion step? Let's check. This is done. Yes, see this in the 28th sum. I got my final conclusion by the step 4 to 10 CP. 4 to 10 CP.